a hedgehog hollow. This is so weird doing videos with him. This side of the camera, not that side of the camera. And actually, this is filmed straight after the other video that you just saw. He is insistent that he actually wanted to make a card, which I think is kind of sweet. So he's going to make me his Valentine's Day card.
Oh, am I?
Yes.
Yay, saves you having to buy one. Okay, great.
So he's going to learn how to make a card. We're going to be using the new Ultra New Mandala die, the leaf medallion set for a sentiment.
By he, I should point out I'm Greg. I'm also known as Mr. HH. I'm Alex's husband. I'm usually behind the camera. In case nobody knew, because I'm not on the front of the camera very often.
Yes,
I
he's
don't
also
usually go by
known
the
as
name
Dr.
he.
B Softy.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
I'm
you
Dr.
are.
Greg.
You even have a desk sign that says Dr. B Softy.
I also have one that says Dr. Greg.
You don't.
No, I don't.
No.
I'm Dr. Greg.
So we're making a card. So I don't know when this will go live in comparison to the video that we did, but we did one of Greg packing his bag for Creativation, and we were, depends when this goes live, the official media partner for Creativation 2019. Top right hand corner, you'll see there's some things flick in. There'll be the video of Greg packing his bag, and then our Creativation 2019 playlist will come up, and then also we'll do videos and things, or like when we come back, we'll make sure Greg does one telling you about his class experience. So somewhere in all of that, this video will go live as well. So I don't know what the schedule of that will be, but let's make a card with
So basically, we're going to Creativation in a couple of weeks' time, but to you, I think that's going to be Creativation last week, or it might be yesterday. But as a time of filming, it's a couple of weeks' time.
It's not, it's actually 8 days.
8 days' time.
Yeah. And
And the video you saw last week about us packing the bag together was actually filmed 10 minutes ago, but Alex has changed the jumper to trick you into thinking it was filmed last week, but I couldn't be bothered to change my shirt. In fact, I'm still drinking the same glass of wine.
So am I gonna
Hope that
read.
makes sense. Welcome to the world of videoing things, where time frames and everything all moves
And
about.
I actually got my new hair colour done tonight as well. And for the first
Looks
time, I
lovely,
actually
doesn't
have orange in it. No, you didn't think that when I got in the car. You told me that they think I look like the flashing lights, and I should be
It is
careful.
very, very bright.
Yeah,
It's not
cool.
like the camera exposure. The camera exposure is perfect. It's her hair. It literally is that bright. It's cool. It's fun. So what we should point out is I'm going to Creativation. I've never made a card before. I've never done any card making, arty crafty kind of stuff. I'm always behind the camera doing the filming and all of that. But we don't have enough people to go to all the classes that are going on that we want to go to, so I've had to step in to go to some of the classes. So I've got to learn some absolute basics before I turn up and make a complete hash of it. If you happen to be sat next to me in the class, please help, because I've got no idea what I'm doing.
Yes. So I'm just cutting down some pieces of cardstock using the paper trimmer that Greg will be using, and he knows how to use it because he filmed a video on how to use it the other day.
That's a guillotine, isn't it? A normal kind of
Yes.
guillotine. Yeah, I can do that.
Yes.
Alright, so what are we doing?
We are going to use the Ultra New Mandala die,
Okay.
and it's a 2-piece die. So the middle piece just cuts these details. So this, my arms are very long. But this middle piece cuts all these pretty details, and then it has an outer die that actually cuts the outer piece. And so out the gold, I'm going to just cut the outer piece. And I'm going to position it somewhere around here. And I have post-it tape to put it in the right place.
Oh, and then we're going to run it through the squashy together thing.
Gemini.
Yeah. Okay.
And I've got my plates here. And I actually started new plates today, so they're not all bent. This die is huge. So I'm going to start somewhere around there. And then this is a sandwich. So the sandwich is basically just the order you put the plates in, depending what you put inside.
So how do you know which plates to use? Because they're all different thicknesses and stuff on this. You just stuck this to a new... Is this new?
Yeah, newish.
Okay,
It was new
newish.
this morning.
Okay. But well, they're all different thicknesses, and you have to...
Yeah, so you have, this is a thin die.
Right.
Then I have those like thick padded rule dies. I don't
Oh
have any
yeah,
up
the
here,
really
they're in the
big ones
basement.
that cut like wood or something.
And then you also have embossing folders, which are those plastic things and the wooden thing up there.
Okay.
And they emboss. So depending on what you're putting in, whether it's cutting, embossing, whatever, depends on what plates you put in.
Okay.
And each manufacturer tells you, there's like charts you can download and stuff.
Okay.
And you kind of learn depending what machine you have as to what you need.
Right.
So
This is nice.
So there's a satin paper, it's a Tonic paper. So for this one I've just cut out the edge.
Okay.
And then out the red, I'm going to cut both pieces together. So I'm going to layer them up. Something like that. And then put it through again.
So these seem quite difficult to line up. Is there any kind
Well, this is because really I should have used the bigger machine, the big white one. Because it's a big die.
But we just can't bother to get down and pick it up. Is
Pretty
that kind
much.
of, okay. Just checking.
But it does fit through the little one, it's just a bit...
It sounds like it's struggling a bit. Is it having a hard time or anything?
It's had a really long 2 weeks. Like a really
it's going to be looking
long
for a
2
holiday.
weeks. Okay.
Okay, so that's made a big mess.
Not really.
Well,
I don't have a bin.
it's
Not
over
my-
there.
Well, this is going to be my bin.
See what I have to live with?
Oh, it's a hard life.
You have no idea how much of a mess this room turns into. We just bought an industrial shop vacuum cleaner to try and clean up this room. Except I think it's going to quit on us in a very short space of time. What do you need now?
In there's a We Are Memory Keepers thing. The thing you washed the other day.
I wash a lot of stuff.
Right
That
there.
thing?
In there.
I'll just bring you the whole thing.
There you go. So I just bought this roller from We Are Memory Keepers. It's really cool.
Oh, that's clever.
So it's kind of like
That's
a lint
cool.
roller, but not as sticky. But,
So that is pretty cool, actually. So this is just like a sticky, like a lint roller.
but not as sticky.
And it's just stuck picked up all the little bits of paper and now all on there.
And to get rid of them, you just run it under the tap. And then it's sticky again.
That's clever. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I do
Okay.
too. Yeah, I've had it in the packet for like 3 months. And then I got it out the other day and I love it. Okay. So they're your 2 bits. And so that'll layer together on top like this in a minute. And so they're your 2 pieces. Are going to layer gold.
The focus point is about there, look.
Thank you.
See, now it's in focus. Very pretty. And it catches the light, lovely. It's like a satin red paper with like sparkly silver, sparkly gold underneath.
Yes. So we cut, where are the 2 pieces of the die? So we cut one, so the gold one, we just cut with the solid one. And then the red one we cut with the 2 together.
Okay.
Because had we not cut the outline, all we'd have cut is the detail.
Oh, so you've cut the detail but still just had it on a square
Solid
piece of paper which you
and
don't
not
have to cut out.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
Right.
now you need to fold your card base.
Are we done with these now?
Yes. So
Right.
what they can't see is all my Creativation stuff's at the front of the desk. But they're not
Okay.
allowed to see it yet.
Oh, you're not allowed to see the thing that's here. Until Creativation, then you can see it.
But you might have seen it already, but we don't know that, so we can't show them.
How do we know?
We don't know when the video goes live, so we can't show them yet.
Okay.
Right, so this is a card base. You don't need this today. Because I
I knew
picked
that.
out one of Catherine Pooler's card bases.
These are the ones that are pre-scored.
Yes.
Oh, even I like this. So you literally, it's just like a card base that's just pre-done. Does it have a front and a back? Or does it fold either way?
So the valley fold tends to go towards the middle.
Okay, so that's we're looking at. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you use your bone folder.
Yes. And you're going to use that curved bit of the bone folder.
I'm supposed to be doing this.
Yeah.
You're so used to doing it yourself. And this just gives a really neat, like firm fold.
Professional fold. Like a really professional finish.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
Okay. So now you're going to stick your red onto your gold.
Okay, so we're going to use those little glue dot things.
No, you're going to use your deluxe adhesive.
Okay.
You're going to keep it upside down.
Okay.
And you're going to clean off your end.
Okay. Right, and then just put some dots on anywhere.
Small dots. And you're going to put dots. Oh, you've got some bits here that you haven't got rid of yet. Keep it upside down because otherwise it doesn't stay at the tip.
Do we need to give it another going over of that sticky thing?
No, there's only 3 left. So you're going to put little dots all the way around the edge.
What about the little ones in the middle? Does that matter?
Where's your craft pick? What's my favourite tool, Greg?
Craft pick. Do I get a brownie point for that?
No.
Meanie. Right, so I just put some dots on.
Small dots.
I'm doing a small dot. You don't need to like... It's not coming out.
It's too big. Right. Like.
Oh right, so you really do...
Like that.
Oh right,
That's literally
okay.
all you need. So you can pick up all of that glue. Because otherwise it'll squelch out.
Okay.
You realise they're all laughing at us, don't you?
Who?
Everyone.
Why?
We tell you that your glue dots are too big.
Yeah.
And then you're going to do them all around the middle.
Right. Are these the appropriate sized glue dots now?
Yes. And then you're going to put one between each of those.
Is that right?
Yep.
Sure?
Yep. And now you're going to put one here around each of those.
So gluing stuff takes time then?
Yes. Or you can use a glue pen and then it's a lot quicker.
Well, why don't we do that?
Or sometimes I put a blob on here and I use the dauber thing.
Oh yeah. Okay. Right, are we done now?
Yep.
Do I put the top back on?
Yep. Well done. Did you need a PhD for that?
Always dissing me, this one.
Only because I knew him from when he was 15 and he didn't have a PhD. So then the easiest way to stick it together is to then press it this side.
Oh, so you put the back onto the front, not the front onto the back?
Well, so I line it up this side.
Okay.
And then I press it this side.
Okay.
Except I don't think you put enough glue on.
Oh, so my glue dots were too small now, were they? Perhaps you should have done my side of glue dots, because
No,
my
they were
glue
too
dots were
big.
bigger.
Just squelched out.
Yeah, at least when it's stuck on.
It's a squelch. No, you're good.
So the gluing was okay?
Yes.
Sure?
Yes.
Okay.
You should have been making Creativation samples if you could craft like this.
I haven't done anything.
Well, you could glue together. You'd have been alright. Right. So now you're going to put tape runner all over the back.
Oh, it's stuck. So this is just...
This is double-sided tape, but rather than having to have it on a roll and put it down and then having to pull the back off of
I
it,
see. So you just
lays it down.
and you can, if you get the light right,
You can see it.
you can sort of see.
You don't need that much.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Right, what do you do when you mat a layer, Greg?
What does matte layer mean?
When you stick something onto your card base, what do I always say?
Oh, this thing. You fold it that way?
You leave it open. Why do you leave it open?
Because if it's like that, it's even in the bone folder, it still sits like, you know, sits up a bit. It's not like flat. Whereas if you have it like that, then it's proper flat.
You can have a brownie point.
Yay! Brownie point.
Okay. So I'm going to line this up.
So we've gone sort of over the sides. Does that matter?
No, because we're going to trim it afterwards.
Oh, okay.
So I'm now going to take my scissors.
And do we just trim off the...
And I'm just going to use my edge as a guide. And so you can see I got a nice...
Okay, so that just sort of cleaned up the...
Yeah.
The edge. Oh, very pretty.
So now you're going to heat emboss your sentiment.
That's quite nice actually, look. It kind of captures the light nicely.
So you're going to need your MISTI.
Okay. So has this particular MISTI got any kind of special sticky surface in it?
Yes, it
Opposed...
does.
Oh, has it? Really?
Yes, thank you for
Is
asking.
it in any way different to those magnets that keep breaking?
Yes, it is. Thank you so much for asking there, Greg.
Alexa's been waffling on about this sticky insert thing. It's just a pad that kind of semi-sticky.
Stop putting your hands on it. You'll break my pad. So in your top right hand corner right now, there will be a link to my tip all about the sticky sheet. It's the MISTI mouse mat, and then I stick one of the Sizzix sticky sheets on it. And I've now added an edge of washi tape around the edge because then your sticky sheet lasts even longer. And if you want to know why, Greg's going to demonstrate why it's so awesome. Because he's now going to add his cardstock in.
What do I do? Just stick it in?
Yeah.
Do I need to line it up or
Nope.
do it? No, just plonk it down.
And now he doesn't need a magnet because look, my sticky sheet means his cardstock stays exactly where he put it and his mouse mat fits in perfectly.
Okay, what sentiment am I using?
You're using for someone special.
Who's that?
Me and Minnie. Okay. So this is a photopolymer stamp, so it's clear.
Right.
And the good thing, like this one doesn't matter so much, but the great thing about them is if you were putting it straight onto your card, you'd be able to see exactly where you're putting it.
So if you're using the acrylic blocks to position it instead of a MISTI, the photopolymer helps with that because,
even on here, if you were going to put it onto your, I mean you're not, but
yeah,
you could put it
okay,
on
if
here,
I wanted it there, I can manoeuvre it around.
and you can see exactly where it's going to be.
Okay, but I just plonk that down.
Somewhere.
Anywhere, it doesn't matter.
Yes.
And then
you close your lid.
And that sticks on there.
Yep. And it's a new photopolymer, so they're super sticky.
Okay, and now I need to put some ink on that, don't I?
Well, first of all, you need to put some powder deactivator.
So what does this do?
So you're going to use embossing powder, which is a really fine powder.
Yeah, and it also makes one heck of a mess, but we'll come on to that later. Okay.
So to remove any static that might be on here, this is what this does. It's basically cornstarch and something. And so you put that down and it removes static. Now you want to ink your stamp.
Okay. So what am I using here? Clear mark embossing.
It's basically a glue ink.
Okay. Is that it?
Yep.
Nothing special there?
Nope.
Okay.
And if by using the MISTI, if you need to ink it again, you can. It's not going to move.
Right, because nothing's going to move about, is it?
Correct.
This is going to stay exactly there, and that's going to stay. Okay, great. So now I'll pour some of that on here?
No, you've got to put your ink on your paper first.
Okay. Oh, and you can actually see.
And now you can see on here.
Oh, and I can really clearly see that as well. I don't know if you'll be able to see that on the camera, but you can see kind of in the middle there. I can actually see where I know, but I can actually see where that's come out. So that went that way.
So is it okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Right. So you're going to peel this off, and the easiest way to peel this off is just to curve it, and it pops off.
Okay.
And then we'll put this to the side.
Oh, okay. So what I've done is just basically stick some glue in there onto the pocket.
Now, do you want to do a gold sentiment or a white sentiment?
White.
So you're going to use white embossing powder.
Okay.
And I keep mine in these little Tupperwares.
Yeah. Okay, I have to be quite careful in pouring it in because I don't want to make a big mess.
Well, this is my new little thing, is that you have a spoon. So you're now just going to spoon some embossing powder over the top. No, put it flat back down. And now just spoon some over the top. So. And put your spoon back in. Your pink spoon.
Of course.
And then that's it. And then just to get rid of the excess.
Yeah, just make a big ass mess, obviously.
That's it.
Okay.
Now,
right, so I can see that stuck onto there.
But if you were to touch it, it would fall off.
Okay, so if I,
But I mean.
So now we do that heat thing, which is basically a big powerful hairdryer.
Yeah.
Is it plugged in?
Well, yes, it's plugged in, but it's more than a hairdryer. If you feel that.
Yeah, it's a hairdryer.
No, it's a lot hotter than a hairdryer.
It's a hairdryer with a bit of a nozzle on the end, and yeah, it's
It's hot.
All right, it's quite hot.
400 degrees.
Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Can you see it changes?
Yeah, okay, so you're essentially just melting the powder.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I can touch it?
Yeah. You want to give it maybe like 5 seconds after you turn the heat gun off, but that's it.
Yeah, so that's
and now
essentially...
it's enamel.
Yeah. So that's just a molten plastic or something like that. Okay, there you go. That's my sentiment. Stuck down. Right.
And then you can either use scissors or a trimmer to cut it out, or you can use a die depending on what you want to do. But yours is squiffy, so I'm going to cut it out by hand.
What's wrong with it?
It's on the off. Bit
Had
like
to be
you.
something wrong, didn't there?
Bit like you. And then you want some foam tape.
Oh, so we literally just basically stick that on to... do I need foam tape across that length?
Yes.
So I need a bit at least as long as that.
A bit shorter, probably. Yeah, you want to cut about that much off. And you're going to need to cut it in half widthways.
What, long ways?
Yeah. And so all my extra I stick on the edge of the foam roll.
Oh, okay. So that's saving that for later.
Yeah.
You need that bit. So I'll just stick this on there. And then pick the back off.
It's easy to do with this. Yep. And then I'd stick it across there.
What, there?
Across the middle. I'll try to do it across.
It's not cut very well. It's all wonky.
Yeah, but your sentiment's wonky.
It's not. I was going to... Well, I've done the back now, haven't I?
You can still fix it.
No, I'll put up with it.
You're giving it to me
So
unless
am
you've
I
got another
sticking this
Valentine.
on the bottom like that?
I would stick it across the middle, but
Across the
it's up
middle?
to you.
No, that's weird. I won't do it there.
The artistic bone in your body.
Yeah.
There you go.
And that's
You
it.
made your first card.
Hey! Isn't it nice? Very pretty. You see that? So it's got, I don't know, can you sort of summarise that? White back, gold glitter paper, red satin cut out with a mandala die, and a nice sentiment across the middle.
Yeah.
That's not the middle, it's below the middle because it looks better below the middle. Easy stuff.
There you go. So everything we used is in the description below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notifications of all our videos. Don't forget to check out all of our Creativation coverage as well. And do give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching Greg create his first card. You'll have lots more for you from Creativation videos and projects too. And I'll let you know if I get this card on Valentine's Day as well. So we'll see you all again very soon. Happy stamping. Bye.
Cheers.